They're starting to swarm, and no, we're not talking about ticks or mosquitoes, but cyclists. A recent upswing in bike and pedestrian accidents got us asking what the laws really are for road cyclists and vehicles. That's what our Montana McLaughlin spent the day researching. She joins us now with the laws you need to know. Montana.
Laurel, there seems to be a never-ending battle between cyclists and pedestrians, but maybe learning the rules of the road could help. Today we spoke with city officials, bike shop owners, and cyclists themselves, and some of the rules we learned may surprise you. Don Gisselbeck is what many would call a mechanic, but to others, he's a doctor.
I am trying to fix an old Columbia.
The bike doctor.
Hello, the bike doctor.
A cyclist veteran, he's had his fair share of close calls. Don told us about one in particular. He was riding down University Drive and moved into a lane of traffic to avoid a pile of leaves. A car honked, a police officer stopped him and gave him a ticket.
After some deliberation, he decided that I was riding as far to the right of the road as is practicable.
Missoula Bike Ped Director Ben Weiss says Don's case is a perfect example of why state law changed in 2015 to better define where cyclists can be. For example, Ben says cyclists can ride in traffic if there are no bike lanes available.
And if there is a bike lane, there's nothing that says they have to be in it.
I think people don't know the rules.
Local cyclist Jason McMacken is right. Ben says the rules are confusing because state law gives cyclists the benefits of drivers and pedestrians.
Bicyclists have the same vulnerabilities as a pedestrian because you're not encased in a metal the way you are in a car, but you're operating more similar to a car. You can't just jump backwards on a bike.
Because of that, Ben says cyclists can ride their bikes through a crosswalk, but a catch.
The big but there is that they need to give drivers the opportunity to stop.
They also must stop at red lights. Another state law that might surprise you?
It also clearly gives drivers the permission to cross the double yellow to pass a cyclist.
But McMacken says there's one more thing all road users can do.
When you come up on a cyclist, don't get nervous. Just slow down a little bit, look around.
And
a little bit of patience
goes a long way. City officials say they also hired a few bike ambassadors who bike around and monitor the city streets and strike up conversations with cyclists about bike laws and safety. You can find a full rundown of Montana's cycling laws online at NBCMontana.com. Reporting live in Missoula, Montana McLaughlin, NBC Montana.
Still ahead, wildfire.